welcome to another episode of Macro Insights. We're in Geelong. I have our resident Geelong expert James with me, and I wanted to talk today about the affordability index, where we think Geelong is sitting on the property clock, and what the median's been, where it's sitting at the moment as well. James, so what is the affordability index in Geelong at the moment?
Sharon's currently sitting about 24%. So in layman's terms, that's 24% of the average weekly income going towards the average mortgage repayment.
Okay, so if you can put that into context, what is Sydney at the moment?
Sydney's sitting at around 56%.
Okay, so that's over half of your income going
Correct.
towards your average mortgage repayments. Yeah. And Melbourne?
Melbourne's at around 43%.
Okay, so we can see that Geelong is much lower than those two capital cities. What's the long-term average for the affordability index in Geelong?
Long-term average in Geelong is around 27%.
Okay, so we're also sitting below their average. What is the highest that it has achieved?
It's been around mid-30s, so peak around 36%, and we've seen another peak in recent years around 33%.
Okay, and when it hits that peak, it falls back down, either because of prices falling or interest rates falling?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, excellent. So what is the current median for a house in Geelong at the moment?
It's sitting around $455,000 for a house.
Okay, and is that the all-time high for Geelong?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, okay. So when was the last, I suppose, top of the cycle?
Top of the cycle around 2011.
Okay.
And then we saw a slight stagnation for a couple of years.
Okay, and so we've seen about how much growth in that time?
Around 30% in that time.
Okay, so we still believe that there could be some more growth in the housing market in
Yeah,
Geelong?
certainly.
Yeah.
Certainly, and it is certain pockets as well are showing more value than some, and so we're certainly looking in those areas more so than
Lovely.
others.
And I would think that Geelong being so close to Melbourne, so it's less than an hour's drive, isn't it? And with Melbourne becoming more and more unaffordable, that possibly the people are looking into Geelong as a real option for them.
Yeah, well, that's it. And as you said, the proximity and the ease of travel down the freeway and on the train. You know, I was down here last night and it took me 45 minutes, albeit it was 9 o'clock at night. Did take me 45 minutes to get from where I was in the city centre of Geelong back to just the gateway to Melbourne. So it's a nice and easy drive, and a lot more people are finding that. A lot more people are looking at the lifestyle down here as a slight sea change and a slight lifestyle readjustment.
Lovely. I mean, well, we're sitting right near the water now in the middle of the week, and it is lovely. All right, so the question that I love to ask, and I'm sure everyone else wants to hear, where do you think that Geelong is sitting on the property clock?
Sharon, I think from our research, it's sitting around 8 to 9 o'clock. As I said before, there are certain pockets showing more value that are sitting around that 8 o'clock.
Okay, so still some growth to be seen.
Still some really good growth.
Excellent. Well, that is good news. Thank you so much for joining us, and I hope you can come again next week.